And joining me now is senior legal affairs reporter for Politico, Kyle Cheney. Kyle, let's talk about some of this stuff, because as we talk about kind of the political implications here, per the list that was released, I believe it was yesterday, as to the details that were actually found at Mar-a-Lago, right? This list that was released by Judge Cannon. In particular, the more than 40 plus empty folders marked as classified. I know you have some new reporting on this. Talk us through it.
Sure. So part of that whole proceeding with the hearing last week was a decision to unseal this more detailed inventory of what the FBI took from Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate. Yeah. And when it was first unsealed, at first glance, it didn't look like a lot of new information. Essentially, it said, we found a few top secret documents in this box and a few secret classified documents in this box, et cetera. But the more you dug into it, the more you realized there's a lot more to it than that. They found these highly classified documents intermingled with clothing items and books and gifts, and then they found these dozens of empty folders that were marked classified. And now we don't know a lot about that. They were just on this list that was released, but people are asking, rightly, I think, what was in those folders and where is the material that was in those folders? And that's something that we hope to learn through this process.
So there's a couple things I want to tick through here while I have you, Kyle, because of your reporting, of course. And I want to talk a little bit about the January 6th investigation as well, because we're now hearing about this call, right, for Newt Gingrich to come and testify before the January 6th committee, one of which is the reasons Benny Thompson, the chair of the January 6th committee, laid out in his possible participation when it came to January 6th and inciting anger amongst the former president's supporters. Benny Thompson saying this, that Gingrich pushed messages explicitly designed to incite anger among voters, even after Georgia election officials had faced intimidation and threats of violence. In particular, Mr. Gingrich advocated promoting the false claims that election workers in Atlanta had smuggled in fake votes in suitcases. The New York Times also, by the way, reporting on this and going on to say, on the evening of January 6th, Mr. Gingrich continued to push efforts to overturn the election, emailing Mr. Meadows at 10:42 p.m., by the way, after the Capitol had been cleared of rioters, asking if there were letters from state legislators about decertifying the results of the election. Surprisingly, the attack on Congress and the activities prescribed by the Constitution did not even pause your relentless pursuit, Mr. Thompson wrote. What do you make of this new development, this call for Gingrich to testify?
I remember at the time that Newt Gingrich was actually fairly vocal in supporting Donald Trump's push to overturn the election, or at least to challenge the results and to call into question the integrity of the vote. What we didn't know was these behind-the-scenes conversations he was having, trying to help strategize ways to not necessarily overturn the results, but to create the conditions that would pressure state legislatures, pressure governors to do it, to do that very thing. And that's what Donald Trump wanted ultimately. So, I wasn't aware quite of the depths of Gingrich's conversations with people in Trump world about this. And so it's kind of interesting that the committee has uncovered evidence to that effect. And I think, we'll see if he cooperates and is willing to go in there. But this comes at a time when, Georgia is a particular focus, and that's where Newt Gingrich is from and where he was working most actively, because the Fulton County DA is also investigating some of the exact same things. So I wouldn't be shocked if she also finds an interest in Newt Gingrich as well.
All right, Kyle Cheney for us. Thank you, Kyle. Good to talk to you.